Hey ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Scenic Shorts. I am your host, Neil. He is your host, Derek.
Yeah.
I don't like that smile so far, and together we are bringing the shortened version of the Senate podcast. Now, people, you're liking the content, you're subscribing, but you're not hitting the notification bell, you're missing content, you're not subscribed. Consider subscribing. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit notification bell, like, dislike, comment, share. That is the most important part. Share the content so we can build this community and continue getting to the root of the matter, the heart of the matter. Anyhow, my brother, you look naturally chipper this evening. Oh,
yeah, man. I got something for you. I found this one on Darius M. Check out Darius M's YouTube channel. Does really great stuff, empowering men and all that, and putting guys up on game in particular. That's more his thing in terms of dealing with relationships and all that. Mm-hmm. And this particular story was intriguing to me. And we can give the video a watch, then we can come back and we can chop it up. You ready?
Right.
Last fall, I just started dating again, went out on a date with this guy who was great. I mean, he was attractive, he was tall, good tattoos. He had a chemistry PhD. He was really into me.
I remember this.
Whole 9 yards. Gone on a date with him, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not feeling this. Left the date. Go back to my apartment. Invite some random guy over from Hinge to my apartment for the first time. Really brilliant of me. And he brings over as a housewarming gift a really insane book called Behold a Pale Horse, written by a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist. He brings that over as a housewarming gift. And then the first thing he does when he gets there is he microwaves a mug of beer. And I ask him, why would you do that? And he said, well, one summer I was on a random roof, and I found this beer and I drank it, and it reminds me of that. Okay, sure, I guess. He's sitting there drinking his warm mug of beer, and I'm like, oh, so what do you do to stay in shape? And he's like, I fight. I'm like, oh, cool. What do you, MMA, like boxing, like what's your deal? And he's like, no, I just meet up with random dudes off Craigslist and I fight them. And you know what? I said, I have to have this man. And I slept with him twice. Probably still would.
Idiot girl. So here's the thing with this video. So we did this video in a live stream where we commented on it, and I completely forgot about it, to be honest. I don't think we covered it in depth. We didn't, go into it.
Just kind of
it was. Yeah. No, we found out that Hinge is a dating app. My girl went out with a man with a PhD and making good money, obviously, because I don't know no poor PhD. But matter of fact, don't let me say that, because I know people can come in and say, oh, they got poor PhDs and blah, 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 blah. But let's be honest, if you got a PhD in chemistry and you're making money, So yeah, my mom making cash. She didn't want that. She hung out with a man from Hinge, from a dating app, that warms beer and reads A Pale Horse by a conspiracy theorist. And
a schizophrenic.
Thank you, my brother. A schizophrenic conspiracy theorist. And she had to have the man because he fights people on Craigslist. Now, I didn't know what was most concerning here because she said a lot. It was a lot to unpack. I don't know if him having a book called The Pale Horse by a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist warming beer because it reminded him of that one summer on a roof, or hooking up with people on Craigslist to fight. How do you put in a request on Craigslist? Hey, anybody want to fight?
DTF. Down to fight.
Listen, the point is, my woman wanted. She was bored of action. She wanted the man, and she went down with the man twice.
Right? And said she'd probably do it again.
And when we say on this channel, because I even think we made a point in the live stream, but you know, for those of you that don't watch the live stream, every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 o'clock sharp Eastern. Well, Barbadian time. I guess it's 7 Eastern or whatever. Anyhow, 8 Barbados time. Look it up for your time zone. But yeah, she is comfortable hooking up with a man like that and foregoing a man like the PhD. And she's cool with that. That's why we say, y'all say y'all want a man to provide. Y'all say y'all want a man to be stable and secure. Now, obviously, this man does not represent all men. Let's be honest. This man clearly, obviously, represents a very small subsection of the population of men. But as abstract and as absurd as this whole situation is, women, Derek said it to me recently, and I completely agree. Women will allow access to a man they truly want and like, right? And allow themselves to be in situations where they can get pregnant or have life-altering major consequences. So I find it interesting that she foregoes, and there are a lot of women out there who are doing it currently or have done it currently, where they have foregone men that was willing to provide stability, security, and provide financially. Or men that are just essentially Pookie and Rere. Now, granted, this man in a Pookie or Rere, but he falls into that category because
Pookie and Rere to me.
No, I mean, shoot, we know Pookie and Rere that can read a pale horse.
Nope.
Okay, so right, so but we can put him in the category of Pookie and Rere. So yeah, so this goes to show, women, what is? When you want stability, y'all have control of access to intimacy. Are y'all really using that to the best discernment? Understand? Because if she become pregnant with this man, no, carry this child to term. If the man don't be a stable father in the child's life,
who should be vexed with?
Craigslist.
Hinge.
I mean,
as we were watching that, right? You know what really struck me? Believe you me, there was a lot to unpack. As you said, right? There was a lot to unpack watching this, right? The fact that she said him, I was tall, good looking, PhD, so clearly you got some kind of education going on. So there's some kind of intellect there, even if he ain't the smartest street smart guy, right? He got taste for tattoos, so he got a little bit of H22. You know what I mean? That wasn't good enough. She went home after the date. This is what I said in a live stream a couple weeks ago, Neil, that you would take a lady out, drop her off, and as you pulling off, Jim Screechy pulling up. He's stopping the night. He ain't pay for a date, right? This
he
guy
ain't even pay for condoms.
Sure, because we know when women like a man, when women really like a man, they get no condom privileges.
Cartel, come breed me.
Yeah? Raw is law. God is power. Speak fear, but no fear. Anyhow, I digress. We know that when a woman really like a man, no condom privileges, he can stay the night. He ain't gonna pay. Our tall, good-looking friend with the PhD in chemistry cash out for a date. She went home after said date. I went on Hinge. I called up a guy that brought a mug of beer to microwave. No, Neil, I've been on this earth for quite some time now. As have you. We're the same age.
Mm-hmm.
I have never, Neil,
Ever.
in all my years as a human, according to Eric Lewis, I have never microwaved beer.
Never hear what I yet.
I have never heard of that.
Not me.
Let us also consider the fact that he said it reminded him of when he found a beer on a roof. Who finds a random loose beer on a roof? And
No,
says,
that,
you know what?
I was just about
to drink this.
that. That is the part that got me.
What? By the way, amidst all this absurdity, and I'm going to use the word absurdity because while she was recounting this story, what was she doing, Neil? She was laughing at the fact that this man had microwaved a beer. So he comes over. He brings a book by a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist
called The Pale Horse.
Called A Pale Horse.
Death Raised a Pale Horse. For those of you who missed that,
I'm saying he microwaves a beer. He came over with his own beer to microwave it. And you thought to yourself, the horrible icing on the bad cake, you thought, this is a man that I want to give my guts to. You thought this was a good idea. And you did it twice. And you were of the belief that you could do it again. And as Neil said, if you make a life or shoot, this man is fighting random people off Craigslist. From what you understood, Craigslist used to be for like if you want a plumber.
Yeah. Craigslist wild. Craigslist wild, dog. Craigslist wild.
You get a random. He fights people. He's not a registered fighter. He just fights people off Craigslist. To do what, Neil? To stay in shape. This dude has never heard of a gym in his life. He just fights people to stay in shape. And you thought, lady, that sleeping with this man was a brilliant idea.
Shit, you could drive a car with your feet if you want to. That don't make it a good idea.
So you thought that sleeping with this man was a good idea. Wow. And then something happens. He get pregnant. He get a disease because shoot, he fights people off Craigslist. He drinks a loose beer off a roof. The possibility of him giving you something that you cannot give back is very high, I'd say.
Man's a petri dish walking boat, me.
Because this man and good decisions are divorced, completely divorced. They're the good decisions here. He came over and you slept with him. Just so. But then something happen now and you be vexed. Look at these stinking men. These men in the use. You were going to try to holler at your PhD friend again and he'd say, hey, I really bought that there no. Because you got a child or you got whatever. A gift that keeps on giving. And he would say, hey, I really bought this here. And then you be vexed. Man, these men don't take you on. These men on fear. Man, no, they can't do that. Make better decisions.
Mm-hmm. And to our dude that is out here reading crazy books, drinking found beer on rooftops, and fighting random men on Craigslist. You know what, brother? Do you?
That's all you can do.
Well, y'all thought I was gonna say something important to the man, but that man said he knows who he is.
Self-awareness abounds with this guy.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
So,
ladies and gents, this has been another Senate Short. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like how this guy hits the people on Craigslist to ensure that you do not miss any of the content that we got bringing for you guys. Let us know how you feel about this particular one in the comment section. We will see you again very, very soon.
The contaminated environment. In the tutus about that.